Stupid facts about Halloween, let's go! It's a common misconception that Myers' mask is made out of a William Shatner mask. It's actually made out of marshmallow fluff and dead hornets. Laurie Strode stabs Myers with a coat hanger in the eye. A little known fact is that if it had been a chainsaw, she would have really fucked his shit up. Michael Myers eats a dog in this movie, but he much prefers hamburgers. Preferably with ketchup, probably because it looks like blood. It's believed that if Michael Myers was a shark, his killing rate would drop 98%. This is because sharks can't hold knives. In this scene, Linda thinks her boyfriend is under the sheet, but he's not. It's actually Michael Myers. If you stick around for 42 more seconds of the movie, you'll see proof of this. In a post-mortem interview, Judith Myers said that if she had to do it all over again, she would lock her bedroom door. Michael Myers attacking teenagers is fairly common. However, teenagers attacking Michael Myers is much more rare. While Myers' motives for killing are unknown, new research has found his killings may have been inspired by the low quality of adult films in the 1970s. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Actor Charles Cyphers shit his pants during this scene and maintained composure. That's dedication to your craft, especially with a Mongo Duke in your trousers.
I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Nurse Marion Chambers has stated that she did have trouble sleeping at night after being attacked by Michael Myers. She believes her sleeplessness may have something to do with the attack, but she can't be sure. I'm so disappointed right now. You haven't hit that subscribe button, you haven't hit that like button, I'm looking at you. Hit that shit right now, and then I'm going to give you some bonus facts, baby. You can use these bonus facts to impress people at parties. You're going to get laid after I give you these. You're going to get business, you're going to get fucking employed after this shit. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, do it all right now. Give me your social security number. It's okay, baby. Make it happen. I'm going to get into these bonus facts, but I'll wait on you to hit that button. Go ahead. Okay, let's go. In an interview, Jamie Lee Curtis told TMZ that director John Carpenter smelled like cigarettes and malcontent while on set. Donald Pleasance played the role of Dr. Samuel Loomis more than any other actor in the history of the world. After Myers' attacks on Haddonfield residents, it's been reported that 92% of people just started locking their doors at night. The other 8% hope to post their encounter with Michael on TikTok. Speaking of which, do you follow us on TikTok? Well, you better. Hey, what's up, horror fam? Get your beach towel and sunscreen, because we're about to have some fun in the sun. That's right, my friends, Talk Horror is going to hit the beach, because in this video, we're going to take a look at 10 things Michael Myers and killer sharks have in common. But before we get started, please make sure you're part of the horror fam by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. I touched on this subject at the end of my 10 Things You Didn't Know About Halloween Resurrection video, in which Freddy, played by Busta Rhymes,
let's see what you got.
drops a sage observation about serial killer Michael Myers as he's taken away in a body bag.
Mr. Harris, would you like to make a statement?
What can you tell us about Michael Myers?
Michael Myers is not a soundbite, a spinoff, tie-in, some kind of celebrity scandal. Michael Myers is a killer shark.
Most viewers didn't give this line much thought, but now it's time to take this topic into deep waters and really sink our teeth into it. Number 1, they both eat too much protein. We all know sharks are pretty damn narcissistic when it comes to improving their physique, always eating as much protein as they can. But this dude from Halloween Resurrection seems to think Myers has a major protein problem himself.
Never underestimate the effect of a poor diet. Too much protein, not enough zinc. Next thing you know, you're cutting up bodies in your bathtub.
I always thought this dude may have been full of shit, but this must have really resurrected something in Rob Zombie's mind, because just look at this. God damn! To be fair, I think there's more than protein at work here. Myers is the damn Lance Armstrong of the slashers, apparently. Performance-enhancing drugs. Number 2, they both tried to kill LL Cool J. poor LL Cool J just can't catch a damn break. First, Michael Myers tried to kill him in Halloween H2O, and not even a year later he had killer sharks trying to turn him into a man-witch. And to my knowledge, he never lived out his dream of becoming an author.
Johnny, it's unrealistic. This whole writing career is unrealistic.
Number 3, neither actually wear overalls. In Halloween Resurrection, you may remember this legendary bit of dialogue given to us courtesy of Busta Rhymes.
Michael Myers is a killer shark. Baggy-ass overalls. He gets his kicks off of killing everything and everyone that he comes across. That's all.
Despite Busta clearly being the scholar that he is, neither Myers nor killer sharks actually wear overalls. In all fairness, there may actually be an explanation for this. Busta has a long-standing love affair with overalls. Number 4, they have black eyes. Remember the blackest eyes speech delivered by Dr. Loomis in the original Halloween?
The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
Well, Quint says something very similar in Jaws.
You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Oh, did he just call sharks baby dolls? Number 5, they eat dogs. It's rare when we get a look at Myers' need to feed, but we got a peek in the original Halloween when he scarfs down Lassie.
It's still warm.
He got hungry.
Most people wouldn't think of the canine being part of a shark's diet, too, but that's how this poor guy lost his puppy. Everyone forgets about poor Pippet the dog being eaten, mostly because of Alex Kittner getting annihilated right after. Alex Kittner, what an attention whore.
Bruh.
Number 6, both try to kill children. Well, we saw what happened to Alex Kittner, but Myers has also tried to take out some kiddies along the way. He's just terrible at it. Why can't Myers be that cool uncle like Gary Busey in Silver Bullet, who just shows up, gets drunk, builds you a hot rod of a wheelchair, gets drunk, laughs obnoxiously, gives you fireworks to blow your hand off, gets drunk, and goes home? You're really missing out on those golden years, Mikey.
Hey, Jesus Palomino.
Number 7, they have imposters.
I'm only a dolphin, ma'am.
A dolphin? Well, okay.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, L. Ron Hubbard. Myers and sharks have had their share of imitators. Let's not forget these little paint gobblers in Jaws who incited a panic and nearly got themselves shot in the process.
He made me do it. He told me to do it.
And no matter how Gary Busey drunk you get, you'll never wipe away the memory of Busta Rhymes dressing up as Michael Myers.
God damn. What the hell somebody gotta do to get a little decent help up in this motherfucker?
Number 8, the 5-0 hate them. If you thought the cops had it out for Randy Quaid, he ain't got nothing on Mikey and Killer Sharks. Mike's pissed off about every cop in every movie he's been in, typically by killing their daughter.
3 kids. One of them was Annie.
And let's not forget when the shark in Jaws got on Chief Brody's bad side. He was already pissed about it eating people, but by God, when it broke that dock, you're asking Brody to put up with murder and vandalism? That's just one step too damn far, buddy. Number 9, both try to kill their siblings. Mikey's always had a problem getting along with his siblings. And sharks definitely have the same problem.
Before they are born, the sand tiger's shark pups compete with their siblings. In fact, the strongest pup in each of the 2 wombs devours its weaker brothers and sisters.
Fuck the ocean. Number 10, you can kill them with oxygen tanks. Oxygen tanks! It's their only weakness! Let's not forget that Myers got his ass handed to him by an oxygen tank.
It's time, Michael.
the shark from Jaws was dumb enough to use an oxygen tank as a chew toy, so its fate was pretty similar.
Smile, you son of a...
And that's it for this video. Who is it?
Telegram, sir.
Telegram? Is this that killer shark? What is going on out there, horror fam? How are y'all doing tonight, huh? Oh man, who we got in the house? We have Brian, Perry, Lee Ann, what's going on? Samuel Stokes, what's up, baby? Trav Zimmerman saying he's got to go pick up his younger son. Come on, Trav. Come on, man. Be a responsible parent and just, put your phone in one of those little phone mount holders, dude, and just check me out, dude. I'll get you there. Your son will love it. JK didn't have any trick-or-treaters, man. What's going on? Come on, man. That sucks, bro. What's up, Nate? All right, man. So just wanted to let everybody know tonight, if you can't tell by looking at me and my cup of medicine I'm drinking here, myself and Anna both are quite under the weather. I'm not all here mentally, emotionally, physically, any of that, man. My body just ain't showing up tonight, my friends. Man. My body just ain't showing up. Yeah, there you go. Hey, there you go, Chad. Chad knows. Chad knows when I show up in a damn hoodie, something's wrong. Something's wrong, man. Something is definitely wrong, dude. So, not feeling the best tonight, my friends. Whoa, Lee Ann, by the way, I noticed you were asking of a lesser-known horror film you could watch, because you said that it's getting harder and harder to find something that you haven't seen. Well, I'll go ahead and throw out a suggestion for you, because I have this problem a lot as well. Have you seen The Entity? The Entity. If you have not, I highly suggest it. Highly suggest it. It's hardcore, so I'm going to warn you a little bit. I mean, it gets to the meat of the story very quickly, but it's a good movie. It's different. It's a supernatural / paranormal movie. I highly suggest you check it out. And yeah, I wouldn't even. It is a rough recommendation, especially for women. But hey. You know what? If you haven't seen it, it's a good one. It's scary. Oh, dude, yes. Leanne, man, if the hood is up, that means business. I'm telling you. Yeah, JK, man, me and Anna done caught the germ, bro. I don't know what in the hell's going on for us, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Damn. Hey, Chad, I'm even doing worse mentally, bro. Shit's not been the best for me lately, man. Not at all, dude. So tonight, and that's one reason, so I would like to apologize to all of you. I said that there would be another stream before Halloween. Unfortunately, couldn't get to it. I'm going to and tonight is going to be an easier stream on me. There's no specific topic. It's just going to be a Halloween roundup. It'll kind of give us all a chance to catch up with each other and talk about everything. Because now Halloween is over. And that's the biggest time of year for us. So we're just going to do a little catch up. And yeah, Chad, man, hey, I do owe you one, dude. I'll pull a 2 for one night, man. Or 1 week, man. I'll do a 2 for, I was going to do something special for Chad as well, for being essentially the king of Halloween, man. He rocked it, dude. Chad threw in tons of donations, tons. So, it is what it is, man. Yes, Halloween is never over, dude. I agree with you, man. Yeah, Nate, hey, those Christmas drinks are out in full force, man. Hey, let me tell you, dude. Maybe some of us have already had one. I don't know. I'm not Miss Cleo or anything, but so just to share a little bit of funness with y'all. So this is what happened. I got media passes into certain events, such as, and California has the coolest Halloween shit. There's just so many people here, so much money here, so many attractions. There's, of course, Halloween Horror Nights put on by Universal that I've always heard about. And now that I'm out here, I got to take advantage of it. And I actually got media passes into Halloween Horror Nights, which means I didn't have to pay to get in, which was pretty dang sweet. The problem is, I got media passes into a few events, and there's, believe this or not, and this is a good problem to have. I'm not complaining here. I got so many media passes, and I said yes to them that I ran myself ragged, especially after me and Anna caught some sort of cold. It's a cold. We both took tests. We are negative for the big bad. But the first event I went to was Magic of the Jack-o'-lanterns, and I took this picture. Some of y'all probably saw that in the community tab. I was just being silly. This is actually a nod to Dr. Briggs and a pose he struck for us in a video. And it was really fun. It was really fun. Good time. It was a place. It was a show put on that just had a ton of pumpkins. It was a pumpkin show, man. Some lit up, some awesome carvings. Some were like music activated and stuff like that. Then we went to the big one, which was Halloween Horror Nights. That place, let me tell you something. Check that out, man. Check out those huge flames above us. That place is absolutely indescribable. It is so incredible. So incredible. The stuff they put on and the stuff that they have access to is out of this world. The actors are incredible. They participate with you. They interact with you and stuff like that. I have videos. I'm going to be putting up shorts. Some of you may have already seen some of the shorts I've already put up. Sorry, nose is itchy. And I'm going to put up some full-length videos as well. But Halloween Horror Nights is out of this world. Out of this world. I also saw the original Psycho House, which was absolutely incredible. Incredible. And then I went to Shacktoberfest. Me and Anna were able to go to this one. As you can see, we're rocking it out on the dance floor there. And the girls say I'm to die for. Look at that. Look at that, man. Shacktoberfest was great. It's so they have horror mazes as well with scare actors that run around and scare you to death and stuff like that. But the difference is, and you'll see it in some of the videos I post, Shacktoberfest is more like a huge festival or a huge party. That's essentially what, like, I could have stayed there all night long and just had fun with everybody. I mean, it was incredible. And then the last event we went to was Boney Island at the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles. There's a picture of us. You might be able to see a little bit of the worn downness in our eyes, man. You know, we had to rally and complete that one. But thankfully, we both didn't reach our sickest really until after all of those. So crazy times. And thank you, Gory Tagger. The link to, let's see, which shirt, which one? That one. The link to that shirt is in the description below. That is the 2023 limited edition Halloween Talk Horror shirt. If you want to snag that up, man, link is in the description below. feel free, dude. Get a lot of compliments on that shirt. A lot. And let's see here. I believe that's all of my pictures from the, I mean, it's not all of them, but it's all the ones I was going to share with you guys and gals. Like I said, short videos and long form videos are coming up, but it was absolutely incredible. And yes, that is a knife, Leanne. I'm telling you what, I think you need it. I think you need that shirt, Leanne. I think you would look great in it. Pick that bad boy up. Chad looks great in it. Look at that. Chad coming in. Love that shirt. He looks absolutely fantastic in it. Let's pull up Chad here. Look at that. Styling and profiling, baby. Styling and profiling right there. And of course, anybody who picks up the merch, man, you are always more than welcome to send me pictures of you in the merch, and I will share your pictures here. Yeah, so Boney Island was by far the most child-oriented place we went to. You could tell it was mostly for children. But it was fun. It was hilarious, man. They just had a bunch of skeletons and skulls, and they were just doing silly, fun stuff. It was really fun. Brian, what's going on, man? Hey, like I said, dude, worn out mentally and physically, brother, but I am here tonight and we're going to talk. We're going to talk the horror. I'm going to keep this one tonight, though, at a strict 1 hour runtime because, as you can tell in my eyes, I'm sicky, brother. I got the Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and blah, blah, blah in my hands right now. So, JK asked a question here. Well, first we'll get to Chad. He's like, it's called the California life. Always sick with all that smog. I wish that were the case, man. How I will say, though, Anna and I have been more sick than usual since we've been out here. That is for sure. I'm beginning to think, I don't know, man. To be fair, some of the, especially Boney Island, we were around a lot of kids, and kids are germ factories. So that could have played a part in it. Stress could play a part in it. I don't know, but I don't know what it is, man. We're in trouble. Leanne, hey, man, the beautiful thing is you can pick it up right now. Link is in the description below. I think you should. Just saying, I think you should. We are definitely around more people out here. For sure. You anywhere you go out here, it is far more populated than West Virginia. Far more populated. Yeah, the sense of humor, Dragon Blue says, the sense of humor of the whole event at Boney Island was awesome. I especially loved the water show. The water show was absolutely hilarious. So they have this conductor up on the stage. It's a silly conductor. It's a skeleton who's putting on his own show, and he's surrounded by these cauldrons that shoot up what looks like glow stick fluid into the air, or reagent. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah, Chad, hey, any pictures of you folks in the merch, send it on over, and I will throw that up anytime I can, man. And you know, I love the horror fam. So I like to share your all's pictures as well on here, you know. So and also if anybody wants to send over pictures of what they did for Halloween or their Halloween costumes, I would love to see those. Always. I love to see what y'all are up to. Yes, we're kind of rocking the cold medicine buzz. Nah, not really. I'm just worn down. Really tired. Like I said, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, just, you know, emotionally exhausted, just nuts. And yeah, JP, 35,000 people per night at Halloween Horror Nights. It was packed, but it was bad to the bone, baby. Wouldn't trade that experience for anything. Like I said, Halloween Horror Nights is absolutely indescribable until you've been there. I mean, even I can't describe it, and I've been there. I mean, you got to go there to experience it. It is absolutely insane, and everyone is there for the same reason you're there, and that's really awesome to be surrounded by horror fans like that. You know, I have that, Chad, but I didn't load it up, dude. Dang it. But yeah, Chad wore a Southern, he dressed up as a huge Southern Comfort bottle for Halloween and won or participated in a costume contest, which was pretty dang awesome. And JK had a question here. Did you get through all of your October films? So here's the thing: we did not get through all of the films on our list, but we did complete the 31 days of Halloween, where we watched something horror related every day for the month of October. I made sure of that, but with all of the events that we went to and with all that has transpired and our sick leaves and everything like that, unfortunately, we didn't get to everything on the list. The things we are missing is Talk to Me, Deathgasm, Five Nights at Freddy's, Sublime, and Saw 10. Saw 10, I am still going to see in theaters. Guaranteed. I'm going to make that happen. I don't care how sick I am. I did watch Pearl, though, JK. I know that's one that you were asking about. And you know what? Not the greatest movie ever, but I do enjoy it to an extent, man. It was cool just how they set it up. It was different, and the lasting image of that film is just hilarious. Just hilarious, man. I know you were really curious if we had checked that out, and it's like, that was fun. Pearl's smile is hilarious. J-Dub, what is going on, brother Jack, dude? How you doing tonight, bro? Oh, man. Yes, Saw 10 is still in theaters, especially in California, man. When you're surrounded, you have, 400 theaters within a 5-mile radius out here. And, Saw 10 is still in a lot of them. So I'm going to make sure I see that. And Nate was Ghostface from Scream 6. Uh-oh. He went as a little bit tattered and torn Ghostface, huh? Had a little bit of aging to you. That's cool, man. Chad, you know what? He's asking, did DOD and Briggs get sick as well? I have no clue, man. No clue where they're at tonight, brother, but they're fine as far as I'm aware. Chad is saying Five Nights at Freddy's was a masterpiece. Dang! That is a hardcore testimony. I will have to check that out and see if I agree. I don't know. Dragon Blue says, I've been grinning at him like Pearl ever since we watched it. I can attest to that fact. That is absolutely true. She's been using the Pearl smile on me. It's kind of creepy, but also kind of arousing. Just kidding. It's totally just creepy. Yeah, Pearl was a good character study film. Totally agree, Samuel Stokes. It was cool, man. Mia Goth or Goth, however you say it. I don't know. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Amazing actress. Amazing actress. Wow. What a wild ride of a movie that was. DB called me out like liar. Come on, man. Come on, man. J-Dub says, it seemed like Five Nights at Freddy's was true to the core story. I would imagine fans are happy with the movie. I liked it and not even a fan. Dang. Dang, man. But the thing is that I'm a bit leery of, that's a bit weird, is that last time I checked, Five Nights at Freddy's was rated like a 5 on IMDb, and I know it didn't do too well on some of the other sites either, like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. Yeah, it's a 5.6 on IMDb. Does anyone know why that is? Awfully strange. Yeah, there you go, Chad, man. If she's grinning like Pearl, either run or pretend you're the Scarecrow. Absolutely. Dude, what a crazy scene, by the way, with the Scarecrow, man. What a crazy, crazy scene, dude. Oh, my God. Ooh, Samuel throwing around buzzwords I like. He's like, definitely check out When Evil Lurks. It was brutally fantastic. That should be a quote on the cover of a DVD, man. It was brutally fantastic. I like that. I like it. Chad says it's because purists are whining about it. Oh, man. I don't want to ask why just because I don't want any spoilers, but it's like, what do you mean? Like purists who are huge fans of the game or huge fans of the lore or what, man? Random Geekster, what's going on, man? What's up, brother Jack, dude? We're just having us a little Chatterooski stream here tonight, man. And let's see. Yeah, J-Dub says, I think Five Nights at Freddy's isn't for everyone. If it wasn't for the movie, I would have never bothered to learn about it. Dang, I hear you, dude. Well, that's the cool thing. The movie might open the door to some people who otherwise would have never known about the whole damn thing. So it's cool. That's cool. I didn't know. I don't know shit about Five Nights at Freddy's until, the movie coming out really got me interested in it. And then I did that stream and pretty cool, man. There's some cool stuff there. And the fans are hardcore into it, which I really like. Let's see here. Let us see here. Leanne wants to know, what's the scariest movie you watched this October? Let's see. Besides The Exorcist, because The Exorcist is, of course, my favorite, and I'll also knock off Night of the Demons. Because I am totally biased on those. God, that is a really good question. One of what is the scariest movie you watched this October? I'm going to try to give you something a bit newer because I don't want to just jump to some of the older stuff we watched. So I'm just going to go with something that's newer to us. I would say Apostle. I think Apostle is because Apostle is brutal. It's on Netflix if you want to check it out. But Apostle is brutal and it's also realistic because things have happened similar to what takes place in the movie. So in the movie Apostle, this group of people have kind of set up their own little utopia by themselves. Like they want to go start up their own little society that's going to be perfect and everyone's taken care of, blah, blah, blah. And they kind of turn on one of their members because they find out that her father is rich. So they hold her captive and ransom her to the family or whatever. So her brother kind of has to go and save her. And it reminds me so much of Jim Jones and his cult. You know what I'm saying? Where they took these people over there and then they don't let them leave, and then they start doing things behind their members' backs and stuff like that. So I think Apostle is really, but it also has a great story, and it does get into supernatural stuff, and it just Apostle. It's very dark. So, have you seen that yet, Leanne? Yeah, there you go. J Dubs is with me, or J Dub, he's like, hey, Apostle is badass. Dragon Blues asks, what's your favorite new, to us anyway, movie we watched for our 31 days? Let's see, Pearl was something new we watched. Influencer was something new. Nightmare Cinema. And The Pope's Exorcist. The Blackening. Universal's Frankenstein. Dracula 58. Black Death. All those were the new ones to us that we've watched. And I would say out of those, my favorite would have been the Black Death, or just Black Death, whichever it's called, that I had never seen before. I'd have to go with Black Death. Influencer, I wanted to be better because I'm a really big fan of Deadstream. I watched that for the first time this year, and I really liked it. Also, number one, I'm a YouTuber and a live streamer myself. I mean, come on, that's what I'm doing right now. So I really wanted Influencer to be more like that, or at least be more interesting like that. And Influencer was kind of just, it exists. It wasn't very good, and it was very boring and just drug out a lot. Nightmare Cinema was an anthology suggested by JK. It had some good segments. It was fun. Let's see. Pearl was up there. It was different. I like that. I like the how unique it was. The Pope's Exorcist was not as bad as I thought it would be. I actually enjoyed The Pope's Exorcist. So that was a good one. The Blackening was terrible. I did not like that. Universal's Frankenstein was meh. Dracula 1958 was meh. And then Black Death was just, wow, brutal. I liked it. I liked Black Death. That one really stands out. So, and yeah, if I would say, if I had to look back on the entire year at movies we've seen for the whole entirety of 2023, I don't have a list in front of me of everything we've watched, or the new releases from this year, but or that I've seen this year of all the new releases. Deadstream could quite possibly be my favorite, or Evil Dead Rise. It would probably come down between those. Leanne, you have to check out Apostle. Check that one out, my friend, and let me know what you think about that. Let's see here. Martin Alexander, welcome to the stream, old friend. Good to see your smiling face here, man. He says, hiya, folks. In comparison to effects and storyline of The Exorcist, what did you think of The Pope's Exorcist? The ending in Pearl was more disturbing than the entire movie. Yeah, the ending of Pearl it kind of has one of those endings that Chad and I were discussing not too long ago about the ambiguity of it. But we do know what happens to the couple. It's just now I'm a little more interested in like how we know they stuck it out. They stayed together, but I want to know how, I believe his name was Henry or Harry. I want to know how he reacted to everything that happened and how things played out. And he got into bringing her home sexual partners or whatever. But anyway, the Pope's exorcist. So Anna is a theologian. She is, if she wasn't horribly sick, it would be nice to have her on this stream because she would be the perfect person to talk to you about exorcism and theology and religion, blah, blah. She's just highly, highly intelligent when it comes to that stuff, and she can analyze that stuff better. But I remember she really got into the Pope's exorcist because they did a lot of research and really stood by it in that movie. So that's one thing she got a kick out of. Me, I thought, if I remember right, now keep in mind I'm sick and I'm not feeling the best mentally either. In addition to that, so I'm going to, and we watched a ton of horror films over the past month. So I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to preface this by saying that, so I may not be totally accurate, but in this assessment, but I would say it was like a better version of The Nun 2. It's like what The Nun 2 should have or could have been, or something like that. They had some cringy stuff, like the way the child demon talked. It sounded like it just sounded silly to me, just the way the child demon was and some of the mannerisms of the child demon. But other than that, there was some really scary and some really good effects in there that I really liked. And Russell Crowe, phenomenal actor, absolutely phenomenal. So but look, man, the problem with exorcism movies is the same thing that shark movies have. You've already seen the cream of the crop. You've seen the absolute best, man. We've seen Jaws. That's the cream of the crop. Anything that comes after that is going to be a little, it's going to go down a few pegs, man. There's no way of getting around it. And it's the same thing with Exorcist movies, man. We've seen The Exorcist. The Exorcist is the best exorcism movie by far, the best possession movie, the best supernatural, the best paranormal, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's the best at it. Nothing is going to top that or even come close. So everything's always going to be at least a couple notches down from that, dude. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. So don't go in expecting you're going to watch the greatest possession movie of all time, because The Pope's Exorcist is certainly not that. But it's damn sure not the worst. Yeah, let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Where was I? Saw a comment. I thought, okay, so Leanne says, when I watched the trailer for Apostle, it didn't look scary, but looks are deceiving. It's not. It's not the scariest. I won't say it's the scariest. There are scary moments in it, but it is very dark, very gritty, and has a really good story. It's one of those that you're going to remember after you've watched it. You're going to be like, oh my God, that's good. It's not terribly suspenseful. I mean, there are moments of suspense and things like that in it because you're on this guy's side and you want him to survive and everything. And you're praying to God he doesn't get outed by the group or whatever. So there's stuff like that, but it's not like there's going to be jump scares every 5 seconds, like, a haunted house movie or something. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a slow burn, but I promise it's one of those movies that you will remember after you watch it. You're going to be like, oh my God, really? Because it's one of those that they do things different. It's a different kind of movie. Let's see. Yes, those moments of suspense are absolutely pretty intense. Absolutely. Yes, thank you, Leanne. Nothing can beat The Exorcist ever. It's done deal. The Exorcist is here. Everything else is down there. Come on. Yes, and the gross scenes are really gross. Let's see, and I had a couple more up here. JK says, I didn't like Influencer, but I wasn't as fond of Deadstream as you are. I hear you, man. Hey, I hear you, dude. And you know, I can see that, you know, because Deadstream kind of walks the line. But to me, it walks the line of being a really funny movie or a really scary movie. To me, it walks it perfectly because I both laughed out loud while watching it, and I also was, you know, like, oh shit, that's spooky. But I could see why some people would be turned off by it because the main character is a little bit he's more of like, you know, where I can sit here and I'm not going to scream at you. I'm not going to bullshit. You know, I'm just going to be very conversational with you. This dude's going to kind of yell at you, man. He's more of like a damn Dr. Disrespect or something where he is going to be hyped up and he is going to yell at you. He's one of those kind of streamers. So, yeah, there you go, J-Dub. And Chad, I know you're a huge fan of The Omen. And J-Dub mentioning this, it reminds me, have you guys seen the new short I threw up from The Omen that I made? Come on, man. Was that hilarious or what? It's all for you, Damien. Yeah, let's see here. And JK says, the scariest film I saw this past October was Spirit Halloween. It was so bad, I was afraid the cringing on my face was going to be permanent. That's a shame, dude. Come on, Spirit. You have all the goodies. You have all the goodies, man. All the goodies. Dude, Chad, hey, sometimes, man, I can let loose, but I'm not consistently just beating you over the head with BS, man, you know. And I'm sure, as you can tell, just, you know, my throat's hurting. But just with this stream going now, man, I get so excited to be on here, and I love you all so much that even when I'm not feeling the best, I get on here and I start to have more fun, and I'm becoming more lively that I'm on here, and I'm paying for it though, because my voice hurts, my throat hurts, but. And dude, $450 is a game changer for someone like me right now, bro. Of course I'm going to yell. $450? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. It's a wonderful knife. There you go, Gory Tiger. Come on, man. Hey, man. I love you guys. That's why I can get on here, you know, because I tell you people, the horror fan, I care about all of you, man. You're my family, and you know, I always am concerned about you guys, and sometimes I want to say hi, and I do little impromptu streams just because I miss you guys, and that's why I know that I can get on here and I can be like, look, guys, I'm sick tonight. Bear with me. I'm not feeling good physically. I'm not feeling good emotionally, whatever. And you guys and gals are going to be there for me. And that's one thing I love us, man. You know, I'm there for you and you're there for me. It's give and take. I love it. That's what we do here. And I appreciate you all so much. I mean, that is, you know, members got a taste of it over this past week. I was working on a new graphic for Talk Horror, something that I wanted to be part of. Some would call the branding or whatever of the channel. And I just, you know, I was like, man, I'm having problems coming up with the slogan or whatever. So I just let the horror fam, the channel members, vote on what that slogan should be. And it was awesome. Hey, I love you too, Brian. Thank you, man. Chad, brother, I just drank me some Alka-Seltzer plus severe cold or whatever it's called, man, the daytime version. Tonight I'm going to sit down on that nighttime version and hit the Betty by, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Dude, I should clip that night. That would be cool. I got to figure that out, man. I haven't, believe it or not, I haven't done any clips from the YouTube channel itself. Like, I've downloaded videos and cut them up into shorts manually, but and let's see here. J-Dub says The Exorcist Believer was a snore fest. They did more in the original. That does not surprise me at all. I won't. This is a commitment I made, man. I'm like, I will not see that movie in theaters. I will not give them money, no matter what. I will. I'm sure I'll watch it at some point. I'm going to do it in a way that is free and will not give them any sort of support whatsoever. Just so I can say I've seen it, because The Exorcist is my favorite horror film. But at the same time, I don't want to see them bastardize the legacy that's been left behind from my favorite horror film, because of course this is a legacy sequel or a requel, whatever you want to call it. One of those is like, hey, 50 years later, we're going to do a direct sequel to The Exorcist. And it's like, and I've heard about the shit that they have Chris McNeil say in it. I predicted that was going to happen. I know exactly Blumhouse's MO. And I'm just not interested in that, man. I'm just not interested. I have a lot of problems with the way Blumhouse treats some of their audience, really, and the material that they have to work with. I just hate it. So I'm just not interested in that, dude. Oh, Nate Blanche, you watched Exorcist Believer? What did you think? Brian Perry sending out best wishes to Anna, hoping she feels better. Let me tell you something, man. Anna got it worse than me. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but hers, my throat's hurting a bit now that I'm doing this stream and stuff, but she has an actual sore throat, and I don't, for the most part. I'll get like a dry throat. I'll wake up with like a dry throat or whatever, but Anna, oof. Chad wants to know, hi, Mr. Bojangles. Sir, is Five Nights at Freddy's the first original Blumhouse horror movie? No. And once again, it's hard to call that original, because of course that has, the games and the books and all that behind it. But Paranormal Activity is the big one for Blumhouse. That is really the one that put Blumhouse on the map. That's where Blumhouse got their money. Oh, yeah. Dragon Blue says, I think it has to be because I was just sick with that stomach thing. It has to be. That's very possible as well. We're under a lot of stress right now, and I think that leaves us susceptible to illness. We are immunocompromised, sadly. And Nate... That's true, Chad. He says, right, but it's not a remake of other known movies. That is true. So at least they have that. But Paranormal Activity was original, and I did like Paranormal Activity. I do like the original one at least. The sequels leave something to be desired. They're debatable. But the original Paranormal Activity, man, and I got to applaud something like that. The creator made that on like $16,000. And that's really cool. And Nate asked me, this is a very stupid question. There's no stupid questions, Nate. You can always, you don't even have to feel that way, brother. You never know. I might give you a stupid answer. Huh? How about them apples? Huh? But he wants to know, do I believe in a God? That is a very good question, Nate, that I'm still trying to figure out myself, man. So I have, when I was a little kid, I did, you could say, and, probably like most people, because they grow up, around adults or whatever who are religious or whatnot, and you kind of just adopt the same sentiments or whatever. But by my teenage years, I did not, and if anything, was very cynical. And ever since then, I've kind of, I'm progressing, we'll say, more and more towards, I'm a little more questioning now, where it used to be just a flat no, or it used to be, screw it or whatever the answer would have been. Now I'm more towards, I could question it. I could, look at it. And I don't, but as for right now, I'd have to say I don't really know. And certainly not to where I could give you like a, any type of denomination or anything, like even if, I'm willing to look at everything and give it some thought and see where I land. And that might land with a, you know what, man, I just don't, or it might land with like, hey man, you know what, I'm a pagan, or I'm a Christian, or I'm, whatever. I don't know, but I'm currently looking, kind of questioning it, but I do believe in, no matter how I've felt, I've always felt like I've always lived by the thing of like, just don't be an asshole. It doesn't cost anything to not be an asshole. Be kind to people. A lot of people, when a lot of people look at it in a very cynical way when they don't, I've been through that kind of, but it's like, I can appreciate what religion does for people. It teaches them, hey, be nice. It gives them something to look forward to. It gives them something to believe in, some place to put their hope, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. And I'll never be one of those people who crap on people either way. You know what I'm saying? It's, just be a good dude. Just be a good dude, man. That's all you got to do. Is just be a good dude, and whatever you believe in, if that works for you and that's what you would think, cool. And I do think there is a lot to be said for religion too, because like I said, it gives something people to hope for, especially when they're sick or something like that, and something to believe in, and it just gives them something. And I think that's cool too. But as for me, like, do I believe in a certain divine entity right now? I'm just questioning that, and I don't know where my faith will lie, but it's like I'm not, I haven't ruled it out. And it's like, and I do feel connected, we'll say, to other people. It's like I said, it's like being at, for instance, Halloween Horror Nights was a good example. Like I'm there and I'm just surrounded by my people. I'm like, man, this is awesome. I'm surrounded by horror fans. And it's the same thing. Like I get on here and I just feel the community and the love. And, I really believe in that. And I feel like we're all feel connected to you guys and gals, man. So I like that a lot. And some people might say, man, that's just, you're a child of the universe or whatever. And these are your people. You're all connected. Sure, man. I don't know. But, we'll see, dude. So as of right now, not a stupid question at all. And, I am questioning, whether that leads into, me, following a certain order of the church. I don't know. Or whatever. We'll see. Whatever I am willing to experience different religions and stuff like that too. Like I am willing to go out and see what Wiccans do, or Druids do, or Christians do, or Baptists do, Catholics do, stuff like that, you know. Like, I'm willing to check that stuff out. Jewish people, whatever, you know, like, I don't care. I'll check it all out. I'll check out what Muslims do. I don't give a shit. Like, you know, just see if anything speaks to me. Why not? Martin Alexander says, seems like it's leaning more towards a yes, Stephen. It's, I don't know, man. You know, it's, you know, I don't know, man. You know, I had and still do have, to an extent, a very rough life. So it's, when you grow up and stuff sort of the way I do or whatever, you know, there's things that make you like, man, could that, you know, is there something out there that's on your side? And then, you know, it's hard to have certain things happen to you and then, you know, have something like that to believe in. So, you know, but right now, at least I am to the questioning phase, you know, and I'll see where I lie on that. But yeah, man, you can ask that. Not a stupid question, Nate, and you guys can ask that anytime, and I'll give you where I'm at. I mean, hell, if you want to know, dude, it is what it is, man. I love you guys, and you know, it's like I said, man, we give and take, and we're here for each other, and I'll talk to you about stuff like that, you know. Doesn't bother me at all. I know some people are sensitive to it, you know, or about it, and it's like, I don't care. I'll talk to you guys. Yeah, JK says, when the church I was baptized in refused to baptize my little brother after my mother died, I became suspicious of the bureaucracy and rules. Why is that, man? Like, why did they refuse to do that for you, dude? Dang. Yeah, Martin Alexander, there you go. Speaking back to the Blumhouse conversation, they've also done Happy Death Day, which I am a fan of, and Insidious, which I wasn't the biggest fan of it when it came out, but now I appreciate Insidious a little more, you know. Nate says, to be honest, I want to study other religions too as a Christian, like Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism, etc. Hey, Nate, next time I get Anna on here, if you guys want to have a religious discussion or anything like that, all you have to do, you can ask her stuff too, man. She is, like I said, that's what one of her degrees are in. She's a theologian, man. She knows her stuff on that, and she can tell you some cool stuff. Martin says, this reminds me of when people ask people if they believe the devil exists, and then the person says something like, no, not really. And then the person asking says, he believes in you. Yeah, I've heard that too, man. I've heard that too. And I've also heard like the greatest trick the devil ever pulled on the world, or the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. It's also another little cool quote there, man. Chad says, yeah, he is there for us, especially listening. When I opened up in the Exorcist stream, I felt more welcome than I have in a long time. Absolutely, Chad. And you know what, brother? You know, I am not going to allude to anything that we discussed. This was a members. So Chad opened up in a members only stream, and it was very exclusive. Unfortunately, a lot of members weren't able to check in, but Chad opened up and shared some information about his personal life. And I can tell you, Chad, you know, your story is not very different from a lot of people that I've been around. And I mean a lot. And I'm talking family members and friends, dude. Not different. You know, when especially when you grow up in rural areas like I have. I'll just leave it at that. Because like I said, I totally respect your personal business there, brother, man. And I don't want to kind of like call you out on stream or anything. But yeah, dude, I just wanted to let you know, man, that, hey, you're not alone, dude. You are very welcome, Dragon Blue. Smartest woman I know right there, folks. And that is no joke. Jake says, I do not know why they did that, but I think they were holding a grudge when my grandparents moved away. Wow. So that is something I will say I don't know about you, JK, but you did mention a Baptist church. And when I was a little kid, I grew up in a rural area. Still did until we moved out here to California. A lot of the churches are Baptist churches, and they are very small. Very small. So those are the ones that I went to as a kid, and I've even went to some as an adult for different events or whatever, or for different things. And at some of those, man, they can get by with some stuff that, let's say, like a bigger church or something like that wouldn't get by with. Because, I mean, to be at some of these churches, it's almost like, all right, who wants to preach tonight? And you could raise your hand and like anybody could get up there. And I've heard some stuff that wouldn't fly in like some bigger areas or bigger churches and stuff like that, man. And I'm not saying too crucial, we'll say, like I don't want to throw out there like some ambiguity, like I heard like racial slurs or anything. I didn't, but just some stuff that you would be like, I mean, I've even been to those ones that you can barely understand the preacher, and sometimes you can't at all. An area near me in West Virginia, actually, as far as I'm aware, I had never been to it. I've been outside. I've never been inside of it. I've been, Ronald Williams, thank you for subscribing, brother. Thank you so much for that, brother Jack, dude. One of the, I haven't been inside of it, but I've been outside of it many times, was like the last snake handling church in the country in West Virginia, man. Yeah, I think they're still open. But yes. So we still have places like that out there. One that I know of. So, and, man, yeah, there you go, dude. There you go. JK says, yeah, Chad, my lips are sealed, but I appreciated getting to know you better during that stream. And me too, man. Nobody has to feel pressured to come out and be like, hey, I'm going to share this tonight, but everybody, you don't. Okay. But you are more than welcome. I am very careful to, I love the horror fam. I started Talk Horror so I could talk with other people about horror around the world, man. And I want it to be, welcoming to all. We're all here for a common purpose. We can disagree. We can talk a little bit of smack to each other, whatever, man. But I want you to know at the end of the day, you're loved by everybody here. You don't have to share anything you don't want to. But if you do, man, you better believe nobody here is going to shit on you for it or think, dude, come on. So yeah, dude, we love you, man. And always, man, always feel free. Always. All right, people, we have about 2 minutes left. So last time for some questions, man, because I'm not feeling the best and I'm going to go eat and then take my nighttime medicine and hit the hay. So 2-minute warning, my friends. I love you all. Alyssa says, love the Nun movie better. I'll remake the Exorcist first one. Best rest suck. You know, the original Nun was pretty good. I liked it. I liked how atmospheric it was. I was not a fan of the Nun 2. I thought they could have done better with that one, but the first Nun was pretty cool. Yeah, Chad, we never disagree in this, Chad, as long as you say Omen was the greatest horror film ever. See, Chad will say that, and I'll say The Exorcist, and we'll bitch at each other, but at the end of the day, man, me and Chad were bros. You know, it's just like every time, you know, I get on here and preach about killing Briggs. And me and Briggs are great friends. And, you know, Briggs is DOD's boyfriend. Still love each other. Even though one of these days... Brian Perry wants to know, did you watch Halloween, Steven? I did not watch Halloween. I did not watch it this month. I've watched that movie so many times, I think I built up enough karma, dude. But yeah, I get you, man. That's a staple for a lot of people. It's just we had so much going on and, you know, other things on the list of 31 Days of Halloween, I just couldn't get to it. Dude, yep, there you go. Dragon Blue saying, hey, Poltergeist is clearly the best horror film ever. There you go. That's her favorite. That's her favorite. And I agree with JK. The Omen was great, but I liked Omen 2 a bit better, dude. Omen 2 for me all the way. Best one in the series. I think that is an incredible film. And then there's Nate saying, no way, Halloween is the best, man. Come on, dude. All right, my friends, it is 6 o'clock. Martin Alexander coming in. John Carpenter is the king. You are absolutely right. He is a total stud. Total stud. All right, my friends. Hey, 6 o'clock. I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to get me something to eat and then hit the old hackarooski. But hey, man, I love you all so much. I am glad you are all here. We have experienced another Halloween together, my friends. I'm glad you're all safe. Like I said, man, I'm just honored. And this just shows you right here, man. This is the stream after Halloween. Most people, as soon as Halloween's over, they are done with the horror, man. You guys and gals keep coming in, man, showing me your love, hanging out with me. I love it. We're all here. It's great. And I'm just glad that all of you are safe. You came in tonight. You had a great season. We've done another one together. Next week, I'm going to be feeling a lot better, I'm sure. There's some big things happening for Talk Horror. People are going to expect a slowdown. Like I said, this is when everybody gets pumped up for Halloween and all the horror goodies. Things are only getting amped up. I promise. There's some new kick-ass shit coming for Talk Horror. And I want you all here for it, my friends. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. Thank you for being with me for another Halloween. I love every single one of you. Please keep your eyes open in the community tab. I'll be posting stuff there. I want to see all of you in there. And if you want to share your Halloween pictures with me, I would love to see them. You can do that on social media if you're connected with me on any of those, or you can always email contact@talkhorror.com. I'd love to check them out. But all right, my friends, y'all have a great night. And until next time, look horror, listen horror, talk horror, my friends. I love all of you, okay? Good night, everybody. Mwah, mwah, mwah.